Hello everyone, EG Productions here, and this is just a bit of an update in a sense. I have to kind of explain a few things going forth in the future regarding the content on my channel. So, lately I've really only been posting Star Wars episodes of my Star Wars series. I went for for 10 weeks, there was one episode a week. That was awesome. I'm so glad I was able to do that. I did a lot of that preparation over the summer, though, because there's no way I could have done that, regularly. So I'm glad I was able to do that. And then that's my current series going on now, is Season 3 of that. But what you might be wondering is, where is BIONICLE? And, the last BIONICLE-related video I made was that trailer for the movie. So that's what this video is for. I'm going to explain to you why there's been a drought of BIONICLE videos and kind of what I plan to do to correct that or just change it in the future. So I'm going to explain. When I started my BIONICLE series, it was mostly like a simple story. I tried to kind of make up my own thing, or at least I kind of built upon the regular story, but I tried to just kind of make it more complex and my own in a sense. Because there's the base story there, but I just added detail and stuff, a lot of Generation 1 references and whatever. And I was pretty into it. 2015, I was a pretty big BIONICLE fan. I hadn't been for several years, but that it came back, it got me into it. And throughout 2015, I'm fairly happy with seasons 1 and 2. I'm very happy with how those turned out. There are a few things that weren't great about it, I made a few mistakes. Some of the dialogue wasn't great, but whatever. I'm honestly very proud of those. I wish I could kind of go back to a style I was using in 2015, because that was kind of my favorite time for my channel, because last year, 2016, was not very good in my opinion at all, because with my BIONICLE series, I tried doing something different. I wanted to use more realistic locations, and while in paper that was a good idea, I also tried to use a lot of more live action filming, because I was inspired by people like William Furno and other YouTubers who use live action things. Toa Akoto does that too, and all that looks pretty good. But to be honest, for my style, I don't think that worked very well, because I tried to blend it with stop motion and it just didn't look correct. I think it looks alright looking back, but I'm not happy with how Season 3 turned out, especially with the story, because that was another instance where I didn't know where the story was going, so I tried to follow it but do the thing I was doing before, but that made it way too complex. There are a lot of plot holes and just things that are very confusing. So I do think I messed up there with that. I don't completely hate it, but honestly I'm not a fan of those videos, because also I got a new computer at the beginning of 2016. Well, also, the biggest reason why my motivation was so down low to work on BIONICLE stuff in 2016 was because I was, I started high school the year prior, so that semester was just terrible. Oh dear gosh, it was the worst, with so much work to do. So I didn't really have a lot of time, and when I was done, I mostly was just tired, so I wanted to rest. But once I actually was able to work on it, like I said, that's kind of what came of it, and I also had to work on Shima and Star Wars too, so I had a lot to cover. And fortunately I got Shima out of the way last year. That's probably the thing I'm most proud of for last year, because aside from maybe Rebels Season 2, I'm not overly fond with all the stuff I made last year, but I got a new computer at the start of 2016, and that had a different editing software on it, which was iMovie 15, I think it is. I used to use iMovie 11, or I used to use iMovie 11. This one had iMovie 13, the most recent version, or at least the most recent at that time. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of all these things. So I wasn't used to using that. That's why there's a lot of audio things that are just wrong. I also tried to use old BIONICLE music. There's just a lot of... I was very ambitious with my BIONICLE series, and I'm mostly focusing on that with last year. That's why I don't think it came out very well. I'm not going to redo it or anything. I kind of just want to stick to where I'm at. But the way that season ended kind of was just for me, it was very predictable. So the reason why I wanted to make the movie to close it out is because I wanted to make a different story. I didn't like where the story was headed with the Destroyer and everything. It was just, this is way too predictable. To be honest, I never actually watched the end of Journey to One. I just didn't really want to, because like with Bionicle's cancellation, that kind of just destroyed my motivation to work on it at all. I just wanted to focus on things I wanted to, like Star Wars, so I figured with a limited amount of time, I might as well do that. So, I kind of just put Bionicle to the side. Like, the fall semester of 2016, there was no Bionicle videos. Only one season, there were none of them. I didn't make any, and I really don't have an excuse. I just really could not be bothered, to put it bluntly. Like I said, I was working. Now, here's the thing. I was working on the movie, but that also reeked of experimentation, because I was trying to use a green screen for a lot of the scenes in that, and that did not look well either. So a lot of that footage is gone. Also, I wrote a mostly complete story, but I also didn't like where that story went either. That also was just way too cliche, and I didn't know how to do it well. So I'm just going to explain it to you, since I likely won't be using it in the future. So I'm just going to show you what this was. So this is Takanuva. This is a kind of a sneak peek at his Season 4 iteration. This is what it looked like. But this was his clone, Nova. Yeah, Taka Nova. Yes, it's very clever wordplay there. Basically what happened was, he had Shadow in him, so when they fixed the timeline at the end of Season... When Malekith and Takanuva fixed the timeline at the end of Season 3, he would split into these two beings. Basically, Nova... Again, the reason I'm explaining this to you is because I will not be using this story in the future. Nova was going to be the new villain, because Makuta, after they defeated the Destroyer, would become good again. He'd come out in his Matoran, or Protector form, and he'd be good again. This guy would be the main villain. And he basically wanted to merge the Shadow Realm with the regular world, because he's from the Shadow Realm. Essentially, within everyone existed an evil entity, and Takanuva's came out in the form of him, and all of them have a connection to the Shadow Realm. It was a really convoluted thing, but that's basically it. I might do a mock on this guy. He's basically just an evil version of that iteration of Takanuva. Like I said, he was going to be the villain. That's why he's in that trailer you saw before, the trailer. That's why he was in there. But so now I'm going to explain to you what I will be doing in the future. I really hope I got everything out in this video. I want to explain my entire process. So that's basically why I haven't had a lot of Bionicle content. Like, it started off strongly, but then in 2016, like I said, all those things adding up for me, I really wasn't happy with it anymore. I didn't enjoy making it because of all the things I didn't, like, I kind of messed it up. Like, I didn't use my backgrounds anymore. I tried to use, like, I'd put it behind this, and it just doesn't look very good. I can't say I did it very well. So, I'm going to try and go back on that, kind of try and make it like it used to be. So as far as, so then once 2016 came around, and then at the end of it, when Bionicle got canceled, I was just like, ugh, great. Because I already was working the least on that, especially over the summer. Like, the summer of 2015, I made so many videos, but 2016, not so much, because I was very busy then. And I'll probably be busy this summer, too. I have a lot of places I have to travel, and some work I have to do. There was just a lot that needed to be done. And then when Bionicle got canceled, it just destroyed all of my motivation. Again, like I said, I really just couldn't be bothered to work on it anymore. I'm not saying it's canceled, though, because it's not. I'm going to explain that now. I took a semester off. I'm glad I did that, because I needed to wait until there was a proper time where I could be ready to work on it again. And I think that time has come, because... And I hate doing this. I hate going back on what I say, so feel free to call me out on this. This is dumb on my part, but I'm sorry. I'm not making the Bionicle movie anymore. I'm sorry about that. I'm really not. Instead, I will be making another 8-episode season, and that will be it. There's not going to be a movie, just going to be an 8-episode season. I'm almost finished with episode 25. So that will be coming soon. That will be my next video, most likely, unless I do a review or something. That should be my next video, on my channel, and then more Star Wars. So it'll probably be Bionicle, Star Wars, and a cycle like that. Like I said, I only have a limited amount of time to work on these things, so I will try to do my best to get videos out more frequently. Gosh, that was my New Year's resolution, because also with last year I got back into gaming and doing some stuff, so I was just like, well, I just want to chill. I'm done with my homework, just gotta chill, and I didn't really want to work on the movies anymore, because it is still fun, but it can be a bit of a hassle at times. There's a lot that goes into it. But, I mean, the best things in life you have to work for, and I've seen that through my channel, because I've gotten a lot of growth lately. So, a new season of Bionicle will be coming. It's going to be 8 episodes, and this will be the last season most likely, unless I'm inspired to continue it. But this season the story will end, and it will have a sense of finality to it. So it'll be at most 8 episodes, like I said, because all the other ones have been 8, so I kind of want to keep that parallelism. So one thing I do need to make clear, though, is that I apologize for that delay. I got a phone call and I had to answer it. As I was saying, because I took an entire semester off from working on Bionicle, please do not expect episode 25 to be like this. I wasn't building up to anything by keeping you guys waiting. I honestly have not. Like I said, I did a lot of work for the movie, but then I just was not satisfied, so I basically scrapped it. There will be some scenes that will be reused for it, but honestly, I'm kind of just redoing it with this season. Again, I'm not using the story, that's why I showed you Nova here, because he likely will not be a part of the series. I may put him in a different way, but he's not going to be a prominent character. He might not even be a character at all. He might just be like an illusion or whatever. But, that's basically it. Like I said, episode 25 will just be a very standard episode. Please don't expect, like, this amazing episode. And again, it's just going to be kind of standard. It has a lot of action in it, so I think you'll like that. And I'm kind of combining old footage, because, like, I forgot to mention this. I was originally going, back in August, going to make another season, so I filmed episode 25. It's not the same one that I filmed recently, but I had an episode planned, but it was mostly the same, but I just kind of wanted to rewrite it just to start anew after the movie's failure. Because after the original episode 25, see, this is why I've been afraid to come back to Bionicle, because I just kind of made so many bad decisions with it. After the original episode 25, I was like, I should make a movie like I did with Chima, but I don't know, I just want to make it a season again, because that gives me less time constraints. And this is not very courteous to my voice actors either. I need to get with them and get new lines. And I apologize for this. Like, I'm very sorry. Feel free to call me out for this. This was very dumb on my part. I had poor planning, and I'm sorry. I'll try to get the next Bionicle episode out soon, because that is my most popular series, and I know you guys want to see it. I will say I cannot make Bionicle videos forever, because every story must have an end, and this one will be wrapping up probably not soon, since I have to make 8 more episodes, and with my current schedule that could take a while, but it will be wrapping up probably this year. And again, I'm sorry for the delay. I just really needed to take a step back and focus on other things that I enjoyed more and that I wanted to do more. So, thank you guys for understanding. At least I hope you understand, and if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. But thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions regarding the situation, I know I rambled a lot in this video, and I may not have gotten all my thoughts clear, because, again, it was a very complicated process deciding this. Just ask me in the comments, and like I said, Bionicle episode 25 should be out very soon, so look forward to that, guys, because it should be pretty nice. Like I said, nothing groundbreaking. It's only about 7 minutes long, but it continues the story where it left off, with the Destroyer and the Toa in the room, and then, of course, we gotta find out what happens to Takanuva and Malekith, of course. I should really show off those mocks. I did a mock review or two last year, but I should probably make a few more, because I have a lot of mocks I made for just BIONICLE in general. So maybe I'll show some of those off. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.